If you're looking for the best LED LCD TVs, here's the list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we have included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the 5th position of our list, we have Hisense H9G. If you'd prefer a cheaper alternative, then check out the Hisense H9G. It doesn't support VRR or have wide viewing angles like the Samsung Q80 or Q80T QLED, but it has a much better contrast ratio and better local dimming. These, along with its fantastic black uniformity, make for amazing darkroom performance. Like the Samsung, it has a wide color gamut, but it gets even brighter, resulting in a really satisfying HDR experience. Reflection handling is excellent too, so you shouldn't have issues with glare in bright rooms. Unfortunately, it has mediocre color accuracy out of the box, but this can vary between units. On the upside, it provides a responsive gaming experience thanks to its low input lag and amazing response time. If you want an impressive all-around TV with VRR support and wide viewing angles, get the Samsung. But if you're looking for a TV that's cheaper and has a high contrast ratio, consider the Hisense. Moving on to the next at number 4 with Hisense H8G. The Hisense H8G is the best LED TV that we have tested in the budget category. It sits just behind the Hisense H9G in their 2020 lineup. And even though it isn't as good overall as the H9G, it offers good performance that competes with higher-end, more expensive options. It's fairly well built and has thin borders to give it a premium design. It's a basic, entry-level TV that doesn't have gaming features found on higher-end models, but that shouldn't be a problem if you're just watching your favorite shows and movies. It's a great choice for dark room viewing thanks to its excellent native contrast ratio and decent local dimming feature that improves the picture quality of dark scenes even more. If you want to use it in a well-lit room, it gets bright enough to combat glare and has decent reflection handling. Unfortunately, our unit has some dirty screen effect in the center, which could get distracting during sports, but this also may vary between units. It has Android TV built in as its operating system, which has a massive selection of apps available to download but isn't the easiest to use at times. Lastly, it displays a wide color gamut for HDR content but may not get bright enough to truly make highlights stand out. Regardless of these small issues, it's one of the best LED TVs that we have tested. The number 3 position is held by Sony Ultra-Smart LED LCD HDTV. Sony's flagship X950G returns to claim its spot for 2019, boasting outstanding picture quality and an attractive design. In a twist, the company has also kept last year's X900F as a more affordable alternative and insists that the new model exists to supplement the X900F in the model lineup, rather than replace it outright. In any case, we are recognizing the X950G for many of the same points that the X900F offered. That the new model is also an excellent value proposition is a pleasant surprise that rounds off one of the best HD TVs sold today. After years of variations on design, Sony seems to have settled on a motif. The X950G appears outwardly identical to the last year's X900F. Save for a slightly redesigned stand, anyone would have forgiven for confusing the two. Either way, the X900F was a very attractive set to begin with, and the new X950G could do much worse than repurposing its design. Connectivity is nearly unchanged. 4 HDMI ports are present, as are 3 USB inputs. Unfortunately, HDMI 2.1 didn't make the cut for features this year, so we'll have to wait for next year's model. Analog video connectivity relies on a 3.5mm breakout next year's model. Breakout adapter for composite video only, as well as a single cable or antenna output. The X950G also offers a remote IR input, which is convenient for custom installations. Audio is supported via the aforementioned HDMI ARC or eARC port, as well as Toslink audio output and a single 3.5mm analog audio jack. Finally, a LAN or Ethernet port is present in case you prefer to hardwire your TV to your network. Picture quality is largely unchanged from the X900F and we have no complaints. Black levels are impressive and the X950G is one of the most color accurate TVs on sale today, even out of the box. Image processing capabilities are class leading thanks to the X1 Ultimate processor shared with Sony's ultra high-end Master Series lineup, and the X950G can smoothly display 24p content even if the feed is 60p or 60i. On the other hand, some detractors remain due to technical limitations. The local dimming feature works very well to deliver deep blacks without blooming or crushing details, but OLED TVs perform better still in this regard. As well, viewing angles remain relatively narrow due to the inherent nature of VA LCD panels. The 75-inch and 85-inch models avoid this shortcoming by including Sony's X wide angle technology, but the price goes through the roof for the larger displays. While it's harder to justify an upgrade if you already own the X900F, anyone upgrading from a 27 or older TV will be hard-pressed to find an LED LCD TV with a picture that looks as good. An area where the X950G is a noticeable improvement over the X900F is its Smart TV interface. Android TV returns, but the new model sees refinements to its core system to allow smoother operation overall. The sheer abundance and variety of apps is unchanged, and the X950G comes preloaded with all of the favorites including Netflix, Amazon Video, Hulu, and Vudu. The remote also includes a built-in mic for voice control. Because the X950G natively runs Android, the mic can also be used for Google Assistant. As far as Smart TV interface go, the X950G gets our nod for one of the best TVs for streaming content. The X950G does carry a pricing premium over its direct competitors, but the extra money buys noticeable picture quality improvements through Sony's renowned image processing capabilities. We can even go out on a limb and say that the X950G represents good value for money. While it's certainly not cheap, it avoids the eye-watering prices that the OLED TVs and Samsung's flagship QLED sets demand. The X950G also remedies one of the only common complaints about the X900F. The sluggish Android TV interface has been refined and now operates without a hitch. It's hard to find faults with the Sony X950G, which is why it's one of our top picks for best HDTV. Next at number 2, we have Samsung LED LCD TV. The sheer variety present in Samsung's current HDTV lineup is enough to confuse anyone but the most research-happy shopper. Is the RU8000 better than the Q60R? What is UHD TV? And how does it compare to QLED? More importantly, which one is the best option? We'll start with the biggest difference that separates Samsung's TV lineup. All models in the UHD TV series are standard LED LCD TVs, similar to what's been around for a couple of decades. Samsung's higher-end QLED series TVs add a quantum dot layer to the standard LED LCD TV components in order to significantly improve picture quality. We are huge fans of this latest advancement in TV technology as it enables a visually pleasing effect where the colors seem to pop off the screen. Samsung's QLED 4K TV lineup starts with the entry-level Q60R and tops out with the flagship Q90R. We have reviewed the latter and we are impressed with its overall performance, design, and ability to integrate into a smart home network. There's also the oddball 32-inch Q50R model, but that TV is difficult to find and the small screen limits its general appeal anyway. While there isn't a bad choice in the bunch, we found the Q70R to be the sweet spot of the lineup. Crucially, the Q70R receives one major feature over its junior sibling, a full-array LED backlight with local dimming. The backlight arrangement is the common thread among all of the top-performing LED TVs on the market today and allows the Q70R to excel in high-contrast performance as well as HDR. Compared to the step-up Q80R, however, it omits the ultra-viewing angle technology that promises more accurate off-angle colors. We feel that this is an acceptable compromise, especially as the inclusion of this technology comes at the expense of a slight reduction in contrast ratio. Unlike OLED TVs, there is no risk of burn-in with the Q70R, so it's particularly well suited for applications that display static image for prolonged periods of time. Thanks to the ample light output, the Q70R will also work well in settings with lots of ambient or direct lights. As with all recent Samsung TVs, the Q70R also excels when it comes to flexibility. Inputs consist of 4 HDMI ports, a cable or antenna input, and a pair of USB ports. In keeping with recent trends, older analog TVs will need to go to a separate converter box or an AV receiver. The Q70R can be connected to the internet via Wi-Fi or Ethernet, and the built-in Smart TV suite supports all of the most popular streaming apps with the option to add more as needed. Sound output to external devices can be done through the aforementioned ARC-compatible HDMI port, and a single optical audio output and a standard 3.5mm audio jack are provided as well. Unfortunately, eARC and HDMI 2.1 didn't make the cut, but those technologies are more in the interest of future-proofing at this time. The biggest draw of the Q70R is its outstanding value proposition. While it's not the most affordable TV out there, attempting to find a superior performer in terms of picture quality will come with a considerable upcharge, sometimes to the tune of close to $1,000. For most people in the market for a new TV, we feel the Samsung Q70R is one of the best rounded options in the market, with no glaring faults present in the entire package. Finally, the number 1 position is dominated by TCL Ultra HD Roku Smart LED LCD TV. TCL was one of the industry standouts last year with its flagship 6 series, going toe-to-toe with some of the best performers on the market with a price tag that no other manufacturer could hope to match. For 2019, TCL continues to push the envelope even further by improving picture quality. What's more notable is that the R625 actually sees a price cut of several $100s compared to its direct predecessor. Paired with its Roku interface, it's one of the most impressive HDTV options available in 2019. The R625 has received several refinements to its design, with a slimmer bezel that fits in with modern design themes that favor minimalism. The stand has been redesigned as well, moving to the very edges of the TV. While the new location provides improved stability, it will require furniture wider than the TV itself if wall mounting is not an option. The input selection has been expanded slightly, adding one more HDMI port to bring the total count to 4. HDMI 4 supports ARC. Unfortunately, the R625 does not add HDMI 2.1 or eARC. As before, analog video connectivity is limited to composite video via a 3.5mm jack and a cable or antenna input. Component video is not supported, so you'll need a converter for legacy devices. If your setup does not include an ARC-capable audio device, the R625 includes a Toslink digital audio output as well as a standard 3.5mm audio input jack. One of the primary reasons that made 2018's R617 so attractive was its outstanding picture quality even without considering the price. The R625 aims to build on last year's model. In addition to the full array local dimming LED backlight, the R625 adds the same quantum dot technology found on many high-end LED LCD TVs. The benefits of the quantum dot layer are difficult to describe in words. The colors appear saturated and lifelike and seems to jump off the screen. Combined with its superb black levels and bright backlight, the R625 delivers a picture that simply can't be matched in this price range. We suggest taking the money you save by choosing the R625 over a more expensive set and investing in a professional calibration for the best possible picture quality. The R625 continues to utilize Roku for its smart TV interface right down to the remote control. Not only does the inclusion of Roku endow the R625 with one of the most user-friendly streaming platforms on the market today, it also benefits from the frequent updates and never-ending content library that comes with any add-on Roku devices. The remote itself offers quick access buttons to launch Netflix, Hulu, ESPN, and Roku's own channel. The built-in microphone enables voice control when it's preferable. Unlike last year, it seems TCL no longer offers an alternate model in the 6 series lineup that omits voice control. The R625 is one of the most impressive performers on the market even before factoring in price. If value is what you're after, the R625 can't be beat. The fact that the R625 costs less than its direct predecessor is nothing short of unbelievable. Combined with one of the best smart TV interface options on the market today, the R625 is a no-brainer for anyone shopping for a new TV, regardless of budget. That's all for today. We upload product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button for the upcoming video notification.